Okay, hey guys, what's up? I have a long awaited, or so it feels like in my head, video for my Wet n Wild collection. So I pulled all of my Wet n Wild branded stuff out of my makeup collection thing and just set it all out, and just to show it individually and give my quick opinion on it, on each thing, and you know, the pros and cons of it, or good and bad or whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with eyeliners, and I have a few of them. One I use as an eyebrow pencil, and they're all the Color Icon Wet n Wild eyeliner pencils. This one I use as an eyebrow pencil, and it's 652 dark brown, and it's just obviously a dark brown eyeliner, but I use it to fill in my eyebrows along with a couple other things. I kind of switch off to see what I like better and what stays better, and you know, shit like that. But overall it does glide on pretty good, but I feel like the formula could be a little too slick, especially for just filling in eyebrows, because sometimes you can overdo it and slip in it, and it just looks a little derpy sometimes. But yeah, then I got 662B green, .650D purple, a little tiny one that's 705 black, 666 Brandywine. This is a lip liner, but you know, you can pretty much use it for anything. And then this one is 659C turquoise. Overall, kind of like the eyeliners. They seem to stay pretty well, and even for eyebrows they're still pretty good. So next is the Wet n Wild Intuitive Blend Shade Adjusting Foundation and Primer in 176 light, and looks like that. It's a little dirty. I've had it for a while. I don't know, but it's okay. It works kind of like the Almay Smart Shade stuff that has like the pigment bead things in it, or like pigment crystal things, and when you put pressure on it and kind of blend it out, it goes to the color it's supposed to be. And I feel like it has very little coverage to it, so it would be more along the lines of kind of like a BB cream thing, only minus fixing any redness. So it doesn't really do a lot for me anyway, but you know, it is what it is. Then I've got a Wet n Wild Coverall Press Powder in 821B Fair, and I think this is the lightest one that they make, but I love this powder because it keeps my face pretty matte for a while. I really don't use the sponge that much. I used it like maybe once or twice, but I use an e.l.f. Studio $3 powder brush for it, and it works just as good. I haven't tried the foundation yet that goes with the whole coverall thing, so I don't know how that is, but I do know that powder's pretty good. I have a concealer, Wet n Wild Coverall Concealer Stick in 801, and I think it's like light or pale or something. I don't know. But twist up. Looks like that. Works pretty good. Then I have a Wet n Wild Natural Blend Mineral Foundation in 747 Medium. This one kind of comes off a little light. It does have a slight more bronzy kind of look to it once it's on your face. Like if you like put it on your hand and like swirl it around to see. I don't know. I have no words for it, because it can look like it will look okay on your face, like if you put it on your hand, swirl it around, and you're like, oh, okay. You put it on your face and it ends up looking a little, like, tad bit darker. That's kind of what it does. But it has a kabuki brush looking thing, small powder, whatever brush, in the bottom that unscrews and it comes out. But I really don't use it that much. And then all the product is in the top thing up here. A little sifter in it. And I just totally dropped the lid and it kind of exploded on my keyboard. That's cool. It's a decent powder, but it doesn't really help with my oily face. Next thing is a blush in one of the Color Icon blushers in Pearlescent Pink 831E. This is a very, 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 very pigmented blush. It's kind of like coral colored. It does have sparkle in it, so beware. But it is actually a pretty decent blush. It's just very pigmented and you have to keep a light hand when applying it to your face, otherwise you'll look like fucking Bozo the Clown. I have a Wet n Wild bronzer that I broke because it got very thin and I put it in my purse and it like shattered into 50 billion pieces, and yeah, I'm not going to open it, but it's the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in 743A Reserve Your Cabana. And I'm pretty sure there's a way I can kind of fix how derpy it looks, but it's actually a really good bronzer. It's very light. I think I'd use it more as a highlight, but since I'm so pale, not a lot of bronzers can look decent on me, so I just kind of stick with this. And they're like $3 or $4 a piece, so not like I can't go buy another one. Then mascaras. I have 3 of them. 2 of them are the same, just different packaging, and they're the Mega Protein mascaras, and I think they're both just black mascaras. But it's just 2 different packaging things. The formula is pretty much the same. It doesn't do a lot for your eyelashes, but it is pretty dark and it makes them more noticeable. And then I have the Wet n Wild Mega Volume mascara, and that one's just black as well. The full size. The other 2 are like the mini size. The Mega Volume works pretty good. But it still kind of really doesn't do a whole lot. Not like CoverGirl Lash Blast would for me. That's like one of my favorite mascaras. Then I have a Idolize Cream Shadow Pencil in 131 Electro. And I like this because it's like a really pretty shade of blue, but since it is a cream product and applying it to your eyes and the creasing issues a lot of people have, apply a very light layer of it and find an eyeshadow that looks very similar to it, like a powder shadow or whatever, because you might experience a little bit of creasing. Just saying. They have like one of the oldest Wet n Wild things in fucking existence, and it's the Mega Eyes Cream Eyeshadow little tube thing in I can't read. 191 Platinum Peony. And it's like a frosty pink color. I don't know. That one is pretty much the same as the pencil, kind of. You have to apply it with a very light hand or finger or whatever, light layer of it, otherwise it can crease like a bitch. Then the liquid eyeliners. One of my favorite liquid liners anyway, is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner in 860 Black Sparkle. Now the difference between the jet black and the black sparkle, there's just sparkle. That's the only difference. But I kind of like the sparkle thing. I don't know why. But these 2 are like this. They're the same. I just have a backup of one. But I really do like the black. For a black liner, this works pretty good, and it's pretty pocket friendly. By pocket friendly, I mean like it it'll help you save money in the long run versus if you buy something like the Revlon Color Stay one is pretty good, but that one like runs down this way on my eye, and it like takes nothing at all for it just run down my face. So I think that's the best black liquid liner that I've used. Then I have same Mega Liner thing, only this one is in 863 turquoise. And this eyeliner is actually really, really pretty. Very, very pretty. Now on to the Satan eyeliner, and it's the H2O proof liquid liner in C881. And I think it's just like a jet black. This shit, when you put it on, it goes on really nice. The jet blackness of it, so cool. And then you gotta take it off. My eyes burned for 2 to 3 fucking days because of me trying to get it off, and I like rubbed my eye fucking raw. I've used like the Almay makeup remover wipes. I've used other makeup remover wipes. I've used my acne soap. I've used everything under the fucking sun that could possibly remove liquid eyeliner, and this shit would not come off. I looked like a fucking panda bear after everything was said and done. As much as I like how it applies and it stays all fucking day, doesn't move, the H2O proof is pretty accurate because then I can't get it off my fucking face. And then I look like a panda bear. Which brings me back to, unless you want to look like a fucking panda bear, don't buy it. It's so nice, but unless you have some miracle way of getting that shit off your eye, and if there's a way to get it off your eye that I'm not too fucking sure of, let me know so I can actually start wearing it again and not have to worry about scrubbing my eyeballs out of their sockets, like, because I really don't want to do that. Then I have 3 of the Fantasy Maker Wet n Wild glitter palettes. These are a major disappointment for me, pretty much anyway. The reds is the main reason I got the other 2, because I was like, oh, well, they'll all be pretty decent, I guess. No. They creased like an absolute bitch. The color, when it goes on, looks so fucking awesome, and it doesn't crease for a while, and then 2 hours later, you have some kind of weird mark right where your crease is, and there's no way to fucking fix it, because I've tried, and I've tried, and I've tried. Shit just doesn't fucking work. I have this one in Stars and Snipes. And you can see the reflection off of it. That one's got legit reds in it. White, silver, reds, and then like black, slate, gray-ish colors. The reds look so pretty. And then after a couple hours, oh, it was so bad. And no, I didn't wear them by themselves. I have a Kat Von D red eyeshadow thing, and I put that over it. I put a very light layer of that red, of the cream red, on my eyelid, just right there. And then I put the Kat Von D red eyeshadow over it. It looked so good. And then it looked pretty fucking dumb after a while, because I had the world's biggest fucking crease on my eye area. It was ridiculous. This one is Pixie Dust. The orange one at the bottom is the only one you can get any true pigmentation out of. Just saying. The rest are very, like, weird feeling. Like, they're not gritty, but they're, like, very weird and chunky, and, it's not a great feeling. And then this one I think was the worst, and it was Meteor Shower. And I thought it was going to be honestly pretty good, but you can even tell by looking in the pans that that shit is chunky. It is chunky, it's hard to work with, I can't do anything with it. Nothing. Nothing. I don't even know why I still have it, but I do. My fucking brain. Straight up. Then I have 3 of the Color Icon eyeshadow collection things. Only 3. I'm missing one, and that's Petal Pusher. That's the one that has mainly purples in it, but I will eventually get that one here soon. But I have Comfort Zone, which is actually a favorite one. That one has so many pretty... The Definer one right here, that is probably my favorite shade, because it's one of those things that looks like one shade in a certain light, and then it looks blue, and then it looks like a rusty red, and then blue, and then rusty red, and just depending on how the light hits it, it looks fucking awesome. And it's good for just nude look. Pretty much something that you can take anywhere with you, and you'll have an instant eye look no matter what you do with it. Then you had, I have Blue Had Me at Hello, and I like this one as well. That one's got pretty blue shades in it, black, white, silver, like a really light baby blue. But I think I like Comfort Zone. I feel like I can get a lot more use out of it and different looks. And then Drinking a Glass of Shine, which is primarily matte colors. Like 6 out of the 8 are pretty matte, and then the purple and the black at the very bottom have sparkle in them. But my favorite one still has to be Comfort Zone out of all of them. Then I have, okay, 2 of the Color Icon little eyeshadow mini palette things. I don't even know, but they're the same thing. They're the Lust mini palette. One's unopened because they both came in the same set, and I don't need to have 2 open at one point in time, so but the Lust one is really pretty. It's probably one of my favorites out of a lot of the Wet n Wild stuff that I have, because I like wearing darker eye looks. Sometimes I'm in like a pink mood and I just throw light pink on, but other than that I wear pretty much dark eye makeup, and that kind of helps me achieve what I'm going for, because there's purple plum colors, there's like a steel grayish blue, a purple and black sparkle, and I don't know. But there's a lot of pretty shades to work with in it. Then I have like a fuck ton of the eyeshadow trio Color Icon things. I have an unopened Silent Treatment because I have one depotted that I will soon show. Favorite neutral of all time. Love it. I have Knock on Wood. Ow! Just dropped it on my finger. Very pretty as well. And I have like 0 complaints about any of these, so like literally I have nothing to say but good shit. Like, you can get a really good eye look with all of these. It's sweet as candy. For the lightest eye look, I would say this one's Walking on Eggshells. This one would be the best one for a very, very light eye look, because it's got a light, very light, extremely light pink at the bottom. I just dropped something. Like a medium brown color in the middle, and then like a white, off-white color at the very top. And then the last one I have that's not depotted is I'm Getting Sunburned. And there's pink, dark brown, and a gold. Those are all pretty as well. Then I have a big stack of the Color Icon shadow singles. This one is Brulee, best eyebrow highlight color, shade, whatever. Whoops, dropping shit. This one is Envy. It's nice mossy green. Kitten. Trying to close it and I'm just like, I don't want to break it. Sheep. Nutty. Nutty's one of my favorites because it's a nice medium neutral brown. Platinum. Penny, an orangey copper color, and then Sugar, and this one's literally just a sparkly white. And lip stuff, besides the stuff that's depotted, is pretty much the last few things. I have a Wet n Wild lipstick in 919B Vamp It Up, and it's one of the purple, well, I think like the only purple lipstick that they have. Or deep berry, I should say, but it's a purple lipstick, let's be honest. I have a Wet n Wild Glassy Gloss Lip Gel in 315 Plum Glaze. This is pretty thick. I don't really use it that often because it's so thick. And the Vamp It Up lipstick, I don't wear it often because it is really dark. But when I do wear it, I do really like it, and it stays on pretty good. I have 4 of like the 99-cent Wet n Wild lipsticks, or 93 cents, depending on if you're at Walmart, Kmart, you know, wherever. Got one of 516C. It's a bright pink. This one is 547B Breeze. Some of these have actual names and not numbers. Some of them just have numbers. So I just have to kind of go with it. 505A. That one's a bright pink. Really pretty. And then 528A. That one's like a corally pink. And all of those have pretty much a frosty finish to them, and I have 0 complaints. So I'm good. Then I have a Mega Lip Color lipstick in 360S Birthday Suit. And that is a really pretty frosty nude color. I have 3 of the Jumbo Juicy Lip Balms. One's in older packaging, and it's in, I'm guessing it's like a lemon lime one, because it really doesn't have a name on it. I don't know. But it's got a slight yellow tint to it when it's actually applied. I know it looks like straight up like butter yellow in the thing, but it literally has a very light yellow color that shows up on your lips. I have 2 in the newer packaging. This one's strawberry. That one has a slight pink tint when applied to your lips, and all of these smell pretty good. and the smells are very accurate to what it says on the packaging. And so the taste, kind of, but it's mainly like a smell kind of thing. And this one's watermelon. And this one does actually have a slight green tint on your lips, which is a little strange, but, you know, whatever, I guess. Then, 2 of the Fergie Wet n Wild lipsticks. One's Fergie Daily, and it's one of my favorite nude colors, because I was running low on my Viva Glam Gaga 2, like I'm pretty much borderline out of it, and I needed to find a new nude that was kind of similar to it, and I think Fergie Daily's pretty much taken that spot of being a favorite nude lipstick that I can wear with anything and everything, and it stays on really good too. And I have 0 complaints about the smell, because usually some lipsticks smell like shit, and most of you can relate because you're wearing it on your lips, it's right underneath your nose. You don't want to smell stinky ass lip products. You don't. Let's be honest, you don't. But you know, that's just an excellent nude. If you liked Viva Glam Gaga 2 from MAC, I think you'll probably like Fergie Daily. The shade difference is a little, I think the Viva Glam Gaga is lighter. Like, I'll swatch a tiny bit of it. And swatch the Fergie Daily next to it. Fergie Daily is a little bit of a deeper nude, because Viva Glam Gaga 2 is right there, and then Fergie Daily is right there. But they're pretty, to me, they look pretty much the same on my lips. They may not swatch the same on the skin or whatever, but they look actually pretty similar whenever you put them on your lips. So, and the other one is Pagan Angel, and I'm pretty sure most of the people on here that wear black lipstick and such don't necessarily know where to get it besides a Halloween makeup kit, or maybe like like MAC makes it, or Make It Forever, or something like that. I don't know if Make It Forever actually makes a black lipstick. I'm just throwing out high-end brands that probably would, that have a variety of color, especially with like eye makeup, so you'd think they'd have it with like lips too, because people like to wear different shit on their lips. Like, look at Kesha. Bitch has like blue shit on her lips. Like, what? But I wanted a black lipstick, and this shit is straight up black. Don't mistake it for a matte lipstick, because it's definitely not matte. But it does still look really nice, and it doesn't really make a mess on your mouth. That sounded disturbing, but still. Then I have 2 of the Wet n Wild Mega Lipstick I can't talk. Mega Lip Slicks. Ha! See, they're trying to fuck with my brain. Lip glosses. One is 560A Sweet Glaze. And that one is like a light pink clear gloss, which I like. And then this one's in 567A. And it's like a brownish nude gloss. And then for my depotted stuff, I have to pull it out from under my desk. Okay, I have it in a Sephora and Pantone Universe Color of the Year thing. That's like the only box I could think of to put it in. But, you know, whatever works, right? Some of it is sad looking, but anyway, I'm gonna point it out beforehand, or try to like map it out in my head, the names of this shit. I know I have the Spoiled Brat trio right there. the silent treatment one that's depotted. That one is the Pride palette thing. And then there's 3 singles at the bottom. I know the black one in the middle is called Trashed. I think one of them is called like Stage Dive, and then one of them is called like Rockstar or something. I don't know which one's which. I think that's the names of them, but like I have no fucking idea, and I don't really remember. But I keep them in this box, and I keep them under my desk, so they pretty much stay pretty solid, and they kind of, all my Wet n Wild depotted shit is in one spot, so I know I can reach for it really anytime. But that's all my Wet n Wild stuff. Overall, it's one of my favorite drugstore brands because it's so cheap and affordable, and I don't have to scrounge pocket change to fucking, like, get one bigger item, because I think the thing about Wet n Wild and why they have their shit so cheap is because they kind of know that people don't have money to buy $6, $7, $8, $9 eyeshadow things, like eyeshadow palettes, trios, shit like that, and like higher up brands, I guess, like Revlon or CoverGirl, Maybelline, like I'm talking just mainly drugstore shit, that you can actually have good quality shit, but for a really lower price, so you can get more for your money, which is essentially what you're getting with Wet n Wild. And my foot is going numb, and it feels like pins and needles and shit. Talk about fucking ow. But overall, I really do like Wet n Wild because I can have plenty of their branded makeup, and granted, not everything is 100% oh, go out and get it because it'll work for you, and you know, oh, I like it, so you'll like it. No, that doesn't mean you're gonna like it, but I did give my full honest opinion on things, and I feel as if people that can't really afford a lot of makeup because of it being so expensive, if you have a few extra dollars, I mean, go to Walmart, go wherever they sell Wet n Wild where you're at, and look around at stuff, because you can definitely, like, their eyeshadow trios, excellent. Pretty much all of their eyeshadows, like powder eyeshadows, are very, very, very good, very pigmented. I can get a lot of use out of them. Lip products are kind of like, the majority of them are pretty okay. All like the face makeup and stuff, that is varying within each person. Like, I have a really oily face, I'm extremely pale, it's very hard to find things to cover up my acne and at the same time not make my face look caked, because cake face, oily skin, not a good time. Just no. But the eyeliners are pretty decent. Mascaras are okay. I would probably push out an extra couple bucks to get like a CoverGirl one or something like that, or even Maybelline for that matter. I like the 1x1 from Maybelline. But other than that, I love Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild's literally one of my top drugstore brands. That's like instantly where I go. When I go into any drugstore at all, I go, boom, Wet n Wild. What? Because they always come out with like limited edition stuff. Like, I'm about to go to Walgreens here in a few days and pick up one of the nail polish sets, or if not both, or some of the limited edition shit that they have out, because I kind of want it so I can kind of see how that all goes, because I'm stuck with like permanent line kind of stuff, and I want to kind of expand on seeing if like the limited edition shit is just as good as stuff that's like on their permanent line of shit that's always in stores. So, but with that being said, thank you for watching, and yeah, goodbye.